From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Thursday morning. It's going to be another very warm day with high temperatures for lower elevations in the 80s and 90s. A good deal cooler as we head into this weekend. We will be hazy for today. I'm thinking more so smoky for tomorrow, and then some very dangerous fire weather as we head into the weekend. Current air quality not that bad for lower elevations. You see it's still suspect downwind of the Hagen fire, especially as you get more so into Union County down Interstate 84. But the wind gusts this morning, it is, I would say, it's pretty much windy already in the Kittitas Valley. Elsewhere, just some light breezes, but it will be breezy across a lot of the region for today. Current temperatures out there, 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 58 for Pendleton, 64 for the Tri-Cities, 61 in Yakima. Here are your hourly temps for this Thursday for the Tri-Cities. Going to be into the low 90s when it's all said and done for today. So this will be another day with a lot of sunshine, but it's going to be hazy sunshine for the eastern half of this viewing area. And speaking of the haze, smoke related to fires, let's step you through the most active fire on the map right now, which continues to be the Hagen fire. Now, look, with the White Swan and Ransier fire, it's 50% contained. The evacuations have been downgraded to level 1, which is why we're just going to focus on the Hagen fire, which is now over 30,000 acres. We do have that 3% containment, and the active hotspots are still doing their thing on the southern and the eastern side of the fire, which is why we did see some expanded evacuations yesterday in Umatilla County. And still, the moral of the story remains the same. If you live along this Oregon Highway 204 corridor, including Tollgate, Spout Springs, this zone is getting very close to Tollgate at this point. But anyway, got to be packed, got to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. But you can find all of these zones posted online at applevalley.newsnow.com. Remember, if you're in the red, that means you have to leave. It is mandated by law. You can sign up for emergency alerts in Oregon by going to oralert.gov, for Washington counties by going to mil.wa.gov/alerts #local. We'll have a lot more to say about the fires coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, our region is dealing with wildfires in nearly every corner, and it's not letting up anytime soon. What you can do to help wildfire victims get what they need to start over. And shots ring out on the streets of Yakima, and why police say they can't move forward and get the people responsible. Also, after nearly 5 years, the man responsible for a horrific crime in front of Pasco school children finally gets his punishment. The message Richard Lenhart's widow has for the family of the man who killed him.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good Thursday morning, and thank you for joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Salas. Getting straight into our fire watch this morning, where Yakima County firefighters say it's possible people may see smoke rising from the area of a wildfire that broke out last night. The Old Natchez fire started in the 10,000 block of Old Natchez Highway just after 4 o'clock Wednesday. It took about 4 hours to put it out, and at least one crew stayed in the area overnight to monitor for any flare-ups or hotspots. The Ransier fire in White Swan is burning now over 1,300 acres. Containment is still at 50%, and all evacuation levels dropped to level 1 for the town of White Swan. Crews flew a drone over the disaster area to survey the damage. At least 16 homes have been lost due to the fire, and there are many other buildings that were also lost or damaged. The Yakima Nation says a central location to drop off donations for the White Swan community is at Sprung Structure across from Legends Casino in Toppenish. They will be open daily from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and pickups are by appointment only. Into your crime alert this morning, an investigation is underway after an overnight shooting hurt one person and damaged several vehicles. The call for help came in Tuesday night after a person reported a group of people pointed a gun at them on North 8th Street. While officers were on their way to the area, another call for help reported gunshots in the area of North 9th Street. Investigators say that the group of people was confronted by another homeowner and gunshots were exchanged. At least one person was shot and several vehicles were also hit, but YPD says unless someone comes forward, not a lot here can be done.
Any witnesses would be great. Obviously, this is still under investigation. We don't have a lot to go on since basically both parties are uncooperative at this point. I would just caution people shooting into the ground as a warning. It can be construed as a very threatening and unlawful act. So Obviously, they have the right to protect themselves and their family members, but just have to make sure you're not crossing that line to where you're now assaulting a person.
Police found a large number of shell casings in the area. The person's condition who was injured in the shooting right now is unknown. Over into Pasco this morning, where nearly 5 years after a Pasco school bus driver was murdered in front of dozens of elementary school students, his family is finally getting a small piece of closure. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen was in court and explains why yesterday's decision means more than prison time for a family.
For Nancy Lenhart, this wasn't just another day in court. It was another day reliving the afternoon her husband Richard was stabbed to death on his school bus while 35 children watched in horror. After years of hearings, delays, and a 3-week trial, Joshua Davis learned his sentence for that murder.
A total of 500 months as a judgment and sentence.
We never dreamed that our journey through the justice system would be a trial of patience, strength, and endurance.
Jurors found Davis guilty of premeditated first-degree murder, rejecting his insanity defense. Prosecutors argued the attack was especially cruel because it happened in front of children preparing to head home from Longfellow Elementary School. For Nancy, the courtroom has never been just about punishment. It's about honoring the man she says always put others first, even in his final moments.
We felt that it was important that Dick was always represented when he was present in the court, and that's what we were doing. And so it's a release now. We feel like we have some freedom again.
Richard Lenhart's death also led to a change in Washington law, making trespassing on a school bus a felony. Today's sentence closes the criminal case, but for the family left behind, the healing continues.
The next thing that I'm planning is I'm going to Kansas to my great-granddaughter's wedding. She's getting married in August, and so that's my first happy journey that I'm taking. And that's where I'm starting, so we can start doing happy things now.
Richard Lenhart's family says the loss they carry is one no sentence can ever erase. In Pasco, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
After the sentencing, Nancy Lenhart read a statement thanking everyone from first responders to the Pasco School District. She also said that she holds no ill will toward Davis's family because he was the one responsible for his actions. Turning over into some politics this morning, a heads up to the Sunnyside community as the city council meetings will soon no longer be on Mondays anymore. The interim city manager says talks about moving the council meetings that are currently on Monday to Wednesday began in June. One of the reasons is due to having to give the public a 24-hour advance notice before any meeting occurs, which means that they need to put out a bulletin currently on Friday. So to make it more compatible in case anything was to happen over the weekend, changing it to a later day in the week would help the city be better prepared. Another reason for the change is due to an agreement the city of Sunnyside has with the city of Toppenish.
To provide financial services, and their financial director in Toppenish has their council meetings on Monday. So in order for the finance director there to attend ours as he provides updates on city finances, it would be better for him and his schedule to have our meeting on as another day.
The change will begin at the start of September. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, extreme weather conditions continue on both the west and east coasts. Overnight, a family tragedy during a fast-moving flood. We'll take a look at the storms sweeping across the nation. Your time right now is 6:08. We're taking a live look out into Richland this morning. We're looking at some high temperatures again today, folks. Nothing new here. Everything you can expect for your Thursday when we return here with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbrith after this.
Listen to the heartbeat of America. Whatever your day calls for, there's a Chevy to take it on. Trucks strong enough to handle the job. SUVs to bring out your best and bring everyone along. And value where it counts.
Right now, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no monthly payments for 90 days. See your community Chevy dealers.
Dust Devils Baseball is commemorating 25 years right here in the Tri-Cities, and we're celebrating with our biggest weekend of the summer.
Friday, August 7th, the first 500 fans will receive a bobblehead of Dust Devils alum and decorated Major Leaguer Charlie Blackmon, thanks to Gisa Credit Union. Saturday will feature post-game fireworks, thanks to Roto-Rooter, and Sunday, August 9th, will be our first jersey giveaway ever, thanks to Papa Murphy's.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2026 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2026 inventory. Deep discounts. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Feeling dizzy, off balance, or worried about falling? You don't have to just live with it. At the Pacific Campus, Alex Trowbridge DPT is accepting new patients and specializes in vestibular therapy, treating vertigo, dizziness, and balance issues. And here's something many patients don't realize. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose the PC. We also treat gait and balance, pain management, and even pool therapy. Ask your doctor to refer you to physical therapy at the PC with Alex Trowbridge DPT.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're going to continue to keep it hot over the next 7 days, but not oppressively hot. So for this Thursday in the Yakima Valley, will be around 80 by lunchtime, closer to 90 for the warmest part of the day. In general, lower elevations are going to be in the 80s and 90s, mid 80s in the Kittitas Valley. We're looking at low 90s for the Yakima Valley and the lower Columbia Basin. We'll bounce between 85 to 90 for the Blue Foothills. High temperature is going to go up a little bit into Friday, way down from Friday to Sunday, and then way up again from Sunday to Wednesday. So some ebbs and flows. In general, a mostly average, if not a little bit below average forecast for this time of the year, but especially below average for Sunday, which will be 10 degrees cooler than normal, low 80s in the Yakima Valley. Something that's not low would be the UV index. It's going to be very high for today. Once again, on a scale from 1 to 11, it'll be an 8, so that means as soon as 15 minutes, your skin could burn if it's exposed. Make sure that it's not exposed by putting on SPF 30, reapplying at least every 2 hours, and spending as much time in the shade as you can. Okay, we are going to be a little bit hazy for today, especially the eastern half of the viewing area, but the smoke picking back up into tomorrow, the fire concerns picking back up into this weekend. I'll talk about both those aspects to the forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Heavy rains led to devastating flash floods in the Northeast and in one case in New Jersey. Hannah Batal reports the flooding may have played a role in a family tragedy.
Overnight, a search underway in New Jersey for a 10-year-old girl missing in the Passaic River, hours after flooding rains across the region. The girl was among 3 children who went into the fast-moving river. Another girl made it out alive, but her 10-year-old brother was found dead. Officials say he apparently died trying to save his sister's life.
As he was going under, he pushed her, and she ended up by the rocks, and she climbed out.
Heavy rain and flooding slamming more of the Northeast. Streets turning into rivers in Albany, New York. Cars submerged. Crews using inflatable rafts to rescue trapped drivers. And in Massachusetts, Worcester breaking a daily rainfall record. The extreme conditions stretching from coast to coast. In California, powerful Pacific swells continue to churn up dangerous rip currents and waves topping 10 feet. And now we're hearing from the rookie lifeguard who helped save this 10-year-old boy during that heart-stopping rescue in Santa Cruz. 16-year-old Ryder Williams says, "I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to return the child to his family safely. This is my job, and I love what I do."
I think he probably, from what I gathered, he assumed he was going to die. He was drowning. He knew he was drowning. He cannot express sufficient gratitude. There's nothing more valuable to me than my children.
Elsewhere in California, a dramatic rescue on the Kern River after a woman was swept downstream by the fast-moving current. The woman clinging to a rock before firefighters were able to throw her a flotation device and rope, pulling her to safety. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead when we come back here on Good Morning Northwest, we're taking another look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Air quality still is looking unhealthy out there, folks, so how you can stay safe and more on your weather forecast in your neck of the woods when we return here.
The temperature's hot, and so are the deals during the July celebration. Now at Overturf Kia in Pasco, a great selection of hybrid vehicles, including Sportage, Sorento, as well as Telluride, are in stock and ready for summer adventures. Test drive a 2026 Kia Sorento EX Hybrid with advanced safety features with an EPA combined fuel economy rating of 34 mpg. Priced at just $38,733. Overturf Kia, just south of Highway I-182 at the Road 100 Broadmoor Boulevard exit on St. Thomas Drive in Pasco.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion.
We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Feeling dizzy, off balance, or worried about falling? You don't have to just live with it. At the Pacific Campus, Alex Trowbridge DPT is accepting new patients and specializes in vestibular therapy, treating vertigo, dizziness, and balance issues. And here's something many patients don't realize. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose the PC. We also treat gait and balance, pain management, and even pool therapy. Ask your doctor to refer you to physical therapy at the PC with Alex Trowbridge DPT.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
During wildfire season, a spark could become an inferno. That's why Apple Valley News Now's First Alert team is always tracking.
Winds, humidity, lightning, even the smallest change can make the biggest difference.
It matters to you, which means it matters to us.
When it comes to wildfires, the First Alert team is on your side for one reason: to keep you safe. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth and the First Alert team, on air, in your hand, or online, only on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's going to be hazy out there for today, but then the surface level smoke picking back up as we head into tomorrow. So we're going to put this into motion with Futurecast surface smoke, and we're thinking that for today, the worst air quality, at least at the surface level, is going to be downwind of the Hagen fire. So into that little stretch of Umatilla County, eventually down into the Grand Ronde Valley of Union County. But for tomorrow, with a more southerly component to some of the winds, that's going to start to drift some of the smoke back our way. So I am thinking that the air quality should be worse tomorrow for the Tri-Cities, for Connell, for Pendleton, for Walla Walla, for Hermiston. And it looks as if, well, we'll see what ends up happening as we head into the weekend. There's the potential that we could see more fires and inevitably more smoke. You can see how to stay safe in the smoke by going online to applevalleynewsnow.com or by downloading our weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Wildfire prevention tips there as well, an hourly forecast for your exact home address. We are going with an alert day for Saturday because of very dangerous fire weather. Now look, the fuel models are coming in a little bit more conservative with this now, critically dry as opposed to extremely dry for most of the viewing area. But at that point, really just splitting hairs, and it doesn't really matter that much when we have a storm system like this that's cooking out in the Pacific right now. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to bring us rainfall, maybe some very minimal totals for the Cascades, but it will bring us this big-time wind gusts. For lower elevations, we're looking at gusts between 35 to 50 miles per hour. If these trend up by another 5 to 10 miles per hour, we might have a blowing dust concern as well. Here's how to prep for wildfires. Create that defensible space around your home by 6 feet. Harden your home. Plan evacuation routes. Prep your go bag. Coming up in the next half hour, we'll tell you the difference in all the evacuation levels that you need to know for the rest of this fire season. So here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Hazy today, a bit smokier tomorrow, then dangerous fire weather Saturday. In Yakima, lots of sunshine with highs in the 90s, then slipping into the 80s for Saturday through Monday. In Ellensburg, wind gusts could reach 50 miles per hour on Saturday. Still windy, but just not as windy for the Encore on Sunday. In Hermiston, hazy sunshine today, smokier sunshine tomorrow, then concerning winds for Saturday. And finally, for Walla Walla, reduced air quality, which likely turns worse on Friday. Very dicey fire weather on Saturday.
All right, Josh, well, some 80s and some low 90s. I'm liking that a lot more than those triple digits we were seeing last week.
Yeah, and low 80s. So if we can maybe drive that down a little bit more, get into the upper 70s.
Maybe that would be nice.
Yeah.
All right, we'll still head here on Good Morning Northwest when we return. 2 local basketball stars just won a national title with the Northwest Blazers, and now they're ready to dominate their senior years. We'll show you why these athletes are ones worth to watch when we return here.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And right now, keep the phone you love, and we'll pay it off up to $800 when you switch.
Better service, better price, win-win.
Struggling with digestive issues? At Prosser Digestive Health Motility Center, board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon helps uncover real answers close to home. Advanced testing services include anorectal manometry and drug-free biofeedback for chronic constipation and bloating, Bravo pH testing for heartburn, and esophageal manometry to diagnose swallowing problems. Restore your quality of life. Talk to your primary care provider or gastroenterologist about a referral, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Dust Devils Baseball is commemorating 25 years right here in the Tri-Cities, and we're celebrating with our biggest weekend of the summer.
Friday, August 7th, the first 500 fans will receive a bobblehead of Dust Devils alum and decorated Major Leaguer Charlie Blackmon, thanks to Giza Credit Union. Saturday will feature post-game fireworks, thanks to Roto-Rooter, and Sunday, August 9th, will be our first jersey giveaway ever, thanks to Papa Murphy's.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in one day only. New 2026 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Welcome back. Getting into your sports news this morning, where 2 Yakima area girls basketball players were represented the Pacific Northwest by winning a championship on a national stage. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable spoke with 2 of Washington's best players about their experience.
Davis High School's Cheyenne Hole and Prosser's Herbie Wright are 2 of 8 players on the Northwest Blazers AAU basketball team. Featuring players from Washington, Idaho, and Montana, they won the Under Armour Association's 17U Championship in Ohio.
Everybody knew their role, everybody knew what they needed to do, and maybe some people were more scorers than others. Some people were able to pass and get people open. Some people played really good defense. Some people rebounded, and everybody knew their role and everybody contributed like they needed to. And I think that really helped us. And we had a really good team, and you could put anybody in and they could go in and hold their own.
A team spread out across 3 different states. After the high school season ended, they were only able to get 1 practice together prior to playing in tournaments this summer. The team won all 30 of their games this summer throughout several tournaments, including the Under Armour Finals.
Being such not a very close team, it was kind of awkward, but at the same time, it was really cool because we were expected to win. So we kind of just went out there and we did our thing and we just won. And we obviously had fun, and doing the apple cider and stuff. That was really fun together, but it's just expected. So we just did our thing.
The talent on the team is undeniable. 4 players, including Davis's Hull, are featured in ESPN's Top 100. 3 other players, like Prosser's Wright, are committed to Division I college teams.
It's kind of cool to know, people know who you are, but also, some people get a little stressed over it, but I don't really let that bother me, especially, in Yakima, the community is so good, and, everybody just knows who you are, and it's just awesome.
With a championship in hand after playing in front of top college coaches from across the country, Hull and Wright now prepare to enter their senior years and finish out their high school careers. Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Wright has committed to play at Eastern Washington University once she graduates from Prosser, and Hull is still undecided, but they are ranked as ESPN's 69th best seniors in the country. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, the Kaiby School District is taking drastic action, eliminating teacher positions and middle school sports as it faces budget shortfalls. What they say could help save the programs when we return.
This Nissan lineup goes where you take it. Trucks and SUVs built rough, tough, and ready. Nissan, Consumer Guide's most awarded brand 5 years in a row. Get up to $5,750 total savings on select Frontier trims.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through July 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when paired with an eligible Daikin ductless system at Bruce Heating and Air.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion.
We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Skyrizi helps people feel significant symptom relief as early as 4 weeks and can help with remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and at 4 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Control is everything.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
I'm Dr. Rachel Fedino, CEO of New You Women's Clinic and Aesthetics, and we're that one-stop shop where women can come to handle all of their needs, from women's health to wellness and then state-of-the-art medical aesthetics. And by popular demand, last year we expanded into Yakima because we really needed to be able to capture that volume of patients. Not only are we caring for women, but we're also caring for men.
The first treatment I did was over a year ago. I definitely had improvement in my back and some flexibility, felt better, and then luckily now that New You has brought in the EBOO 2 machine here to Tri-Cities.
This is an incredible platform that's going to help with purifying the blood and helping to reduce inflammation in the body and just help with that overall inside-out approach.
I'm not stumbling anymore. Since I've started the treatment, I haven't fallen again. I feel younger. It's just changed my whole life.
You're going to come in, you're going to get your questions answered, and you're going to be feeling better quickly.
This Nissan lineup goes where you take it. Trucks and SUVs built rough, tough, and ready. Nissan, Consumer Guide's most awarded brand 5 years in a row. Get up to $5,750 total savings on select Frontier trims.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. We have almost made it to the end of this week. I'm Zoe Salas. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to start this off with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. What we need to know for this Thursday, Josh, tell the people.
I will tell the people. I'll let them know that it's going to be hot out there. We'll have temperatures in the 80s and 90s. It will be a little bit hazy for today, but definitely more so smoky as we head into tomorrow, especially for the eastern half of the viewing area. And then I think we could see more smoke with more fires possible for Saturday. Air quality not looking that bad for now, unless you're downwind of the Hagen fire in Umatilla and Union County. But for the rest of us, looking A-OK. And then in terms of the wind gust, already it is a little bit windy in the Kittitas Valley. Elsewhere, light breezes, but we're expecting some breezy conditions across the map for this Thursday. Current temperatures out there, 50s and 60s for lower elevation, 64 for the Tri-Cities, 53 and Sunnyside. And keep it in the Yakima Valley, where we're going to end up around 90 degrees in Yakima proper. So lower elevations, 80s and 90s for today. And again, the eastern half of the viewing area is going to be hazy. Speaking of the haze and smoke, still have one very active fire on the map right now. That would be the Hagen fire. Now with the White Swan Ransier fire, that was now over 1,000 acres. It's 50% contained. The evacuations have been reduced down to level 1. Definitely not as active as this fire at this point. So with the Hagen fire burning in Umatilla County, it's over 30,000 acres, 3% containment, still very active on the southern, but especially on the eastern flank of this fire. So we did see expanded evacuations yesterday for parts of Umatilla County. And the moral of the story remains the same. Along this Oregon 204 corridor, Tollgate, Spout Springs have to be packed, have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. And this level 3 is very close to Tollgate. You can see all of the evacuation zones. You can see the precise evacuation map by going online to applevalleynewsnow.com. Sign up for emergency alerts for Oregon counties by going to oralert.gov. For Washington counties, mil.wa.gov/alerts #local. We'll have a lot more to say about these fires coming up a little bit later in the show.
All right, thank you, Josh. Getting into your education alert this morning, where budget cuts are hitting the Kiona-Benton City School District hard, with the school board unanimously approving reductions to next year's budget. In total, the district will have to make over $1.6 million in cuts due to lowering enrollment. That includes slashing several vacant teaching positions as well as some admin roles. The contents of the budget is not final, as the district is still trying to find a way to fund middle school sports.
Knowing that the board would like to see the middle school sports, I do not think that that will be a problem for us to fund middle school sports for the 26-27 school year.
The school district also aims to get a new levy passed this November after its previous two have failed, causing the board to vote to lower the proposed levy rate to $1.30 per $1,000 of property value. Continuing coverage here, as the city of Toppenish says it's making progress in climbing out of a years-long budget deficit while beginning work on next year's spending plan. City leaders say they've spent the past several years working to stabilize the city's finances after identifying a structural budget deficit. Officials say they've cut expenses, increased revenue where possible, and recently contracted fire services with Yakima County Fire District 5, a move they say will save the city about $500,000 annually. The City Council is expected to discuss spending priorities next week, with a focus on making the greatest impact for residents while keeping the budget sustainable.
So when you look at inflation over the last 10 years or so, and you look at our revenue growth over the last 10 years or so, we're lagging behind by a good amount.
They say city leaders are now focused on building a balanced 2027 budget that continues investing in infrastructure and essential city services. In other news this morning, where the city of Connell is continuing its efforts to clean up the community through stronger code enforcement. Since taking office at the beginning of the year, Mayor Shelley Harper says improving code enforcement has remained an ongoing focus for the city. Officials created a dedicated code enforcement officer position to help address overgrown properties, clean up Main Street, and improve the city's appearance. Harper says the goal is to work with the property owners to fix problems before any fines are necessary.
And we also started a neighborhood care committee. So when people need help with their yards, we have a group of people that'll just go out and do it for them at no cost.
Harper says that the city's goal is to keep improving the city while helping residents who may need an extra hand. Also, after 2 years of planning, construction is finally underway on the Prosser's Alexander Court Improvements project. The city is officially breaking ground on Phase 1 of the improvements, a move that promises to change how families navigate the area around 3 local schools. The corner of Patterson and Alexander Court has long been a tight squeeze for drivers and school buses. Now the city is widening the road.
Addition of the sidewalks, the filling in of the sidewalks, and bringing sidewalks up to standard will definitely improve walkability within the neighborhood and safety.
This project is split between 2 phases, and Phase 1 is expected to wrap up by August 14th. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, young baseball fans are getting an unforgettable summer experience with the Yakima Valley Pippins. We'll show you how kids are taking their game to the next level. And your time right now is 6:36, taking a live look out into Yakima this morning. We are still looking at some high temperatures, however, not as high as they have been. So that's a good thing to look forward to, but more information on that when we return here on Good Morning Northwest.
This is real life. This is also real life for those who shopped at Fred's Appliance. At Fred's Appliance, we don't do gimmicks, just clean laundry and everyday low prices. Right now, all laundry is on sale from GE, LG, Maytag, and more. Save big on top load and front load washers and dryers. We're here whenever you need us. Shop the largest supply of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region, only at your local Fred's Appliance.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2026 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2026 inventory. Deep discounts. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts and C-Bombs proudly award Cataly a new bike.
Well, this girl does not sit still, so I'm sure she is going to be enjoying her summer with her brand new bike.
To learn more, click on Bikes for Tykes at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
It's the grand finale of the Legends Cup in August, where every play is a power play. Join us every Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. for your shot at a net payout of $15,000. Drop the soccer ball on our game board and land it in the right slot to score big. Use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. The final whistle hasn't blown. Play and score. Only at Legends Casino Hotel in August.
Life moves fast when you're raising children. With Washington's Get Prepaid Tuition Plan, you can be prepared for their next big step after high school. Start saving today at 529.wa.gov.
During wildfire season, a spark could become an inferno. That's why Apple Valley News Now's First Alert team is always tracking.
Winds, humidity, lightning, even the smallest change can make the biggest difference.
It matters to you, which means it matters to us.
When it comes to wildfires, the First Alert team is on your side for one reason: to keep you safe. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth and the First Alert team, on air, in your hand, or online, only on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's going to be hot, but it's not going to be like too oppressively hot over these next 7 days. For today in the Tri-Cities, we're going to be in the mid-80s by lunchtime, low 90s for the warmest part of the day. We will have some hazy skies out there. It's definitely going to be smokier as we head into tomorrow. Let's take you on that zone-by-zone tour of this Thursday forecast. We start off up in the Cascades, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Then for the Kittitas Valley, we'll be in the low to mid-80s, 87 degrees for Ellensburg. And then for the Yakima Valley, lots of 91s up and down the valley and Sunnyside. That is the exception, not the rule, at 92. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, low to mid 90s, 93s for the Hanford site and Benton City, 92 degrees for the Tri-Cities. And then for the Blue Foothills, we'll bounce between 85 to 90 degrees. And then for the Blue Mountains, we'll be in the 70s and 80s, but very close to 90 degrees down here in Ukiah and southern Umatilla County. The Blue Mountains are going to be where we'll have the worst air quality for today, especially immediately downwind of the Hagen fire. And in terms of temperatures, a little bit hotter for Friday, a good deal cooler from Friday to Sunday, and then a good deal warmer from Sunday to Wednesday. As temperatures go up, they go down, they go back up. In general, if you average all this out, temperatures would be just about average, if not a little bit below normal for this time of the year. Okay, we'll time out all of the surface smoke with Futurecast and the potential for more fires to pop up this weekend. We'll talk about all that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you so much, Josh. And to other news this morning, it may be quite hot for some people, but that's not stopping young kids in Yakima from going outside and improving their skills and even learning a thing or two about the game of baseball. The Yakima Valley Pippins are hosting an all-skills camp at Yakima County Stadium, which started on Tuesday and will run until Thursday today. The camp is for kids ages 5 to 14 years old, and doors opened at 8:30, and camp starts at 9, which runs until 12 p.m.
And the camp's great. All skills camp, all kids locally from Yakima come out and get to work with the Pippins and the coaches. The weather's great. It's an awesome opportunity to get back to the community and then also just to get to know the people in the community.
Kids learn pitching, hitting, and fielding, and on the final day of camp, kids can expect to get 2 voucher tickets to an upcoming Pippins game and a slip-and-slide pizza party. All right, well, up here coming on Good Morning Northwest when we return, everything you need to know for this Thursday in your morning sprint and everything you might need to know for your weather forecast today. Going into this weekend, we're looking at air quality, possible fire danger concerns, all the super important things you need to know after this.
If you're seeing this ad, then it must mean 2 things. It's my 75th anniversary, and you're getting 2 tacos for 75 cents. Happy 75th anniversary to me. Happy Taco Tuesday to you. Get 2 tacos for 75 cents. In-app only August 4th. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Struggling with heartburn or reflux? At Prosser Digestive Health Motility Center, Dr. Amber Sharon and our experienced team offer Bravo pH testing to help get real answers. This minimally invasive test measures acidity levels in your esophagus using a small wireless capsule. Bravo pH testing can help your provider better understand your symptoms and create a treatment plan tailored to your needs. Ask your provider for a referral to Prosser Digestive Health Motility Center. Call 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org.
Vance has been keeping homes comfortable since 1986. We've got you covered for heating, cooling, and electric. We do it all. Maintenance, repair, and installation. Just give us a call. We'll be right there. Our professional technicians fix it right and fix it fast. We guarantee you'll be happy with our equipment and service. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Championship Golf returns to Wild Horse Resort and Casino. The Epson Tour Road to the LPGA is back in Pendleton August 17th to 23rd at the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic. Watch over 140 rising golf stars from around the world compete at the Wild Horse Golf Course for their place in the LPGA. Tickets are on sale now and club members get a free 3-day pass. Get yours at wildhorseresort.com or the Wild Horse app to see future stars in action. The Epson Tour at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
Here comes the judge.
Court come to order. All rise.
Judy rules the courtroom.
Hey, I would keep my mouth shut.
It's your daily moment of truth.
What an idiot.
Judy Justice.
In front of millions of people.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a hazy day, especially for the eastern half of our viewing area, but I think Friday could more so be smoky. So let's go ahead and put this into motion with Futurecast surface smoke, and you'll see when you start to see the yellows and the oranges and the reds and especially the purples, that's when the smoke is getting fairly dense. So we're expecting that downwind of the Hagen fire in that little stretch of Umatilla County into Union County. But for tomorrow, with the wind gust, there's going to be more of a southerly component to the winds, and so that could drift some of these smoke plumes a little bit closer to our neck of the woods. Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Walla Walla, Dayton, Pendleton could see some worse air quality for tomorrow as opposed to today. Here's how to stay safe during bouts of poor air quality. Stay indoors. If you can help it, at least wear protective masks like the N95 or the KN95. Use clean air filters. Watch for symptoms of smoke inhalation, especially if you suffer from a pre-existing respiratory illness. You can find that list, as always, posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Unfortunately, I do think our air quality situation could get a little bit worse if there are additional fires that spark up over the weekend, and the chances of that are looking pretty good, especially for Saturday. Now, look, our fuel models are trending a little bit more conservative with just how dry the vegetation is going to be, but once we're talking about, is it going to be critically dry? Is it going to be extremely dry? Folks, we're just splitting hairs at that point. Level 4 out of 5 is still very bad, and especially when you factor in this bad boy that's cooking up right now in the Gulf of Alaska. This storm system is not going to bring us rain. If it does bring us rain, it would be to the Cascades. It would be very low in chances, not very much accumulating, but it will bring us these wind gusts for lower elevations across the map, anywhere between 35 to 50 miles per hour. And if these trend like 5 to 10 miles per hour stronger, then we could see some blowing dust as well. Stay tuned for that. There are evacuations this week, and it's very important you know the difference between all the different levels. Level 1 means be ready. Level 2 means be set, be packed, be ready to leave ASAP. Level 3 means go now. No time to waste. It's very important you know those for the rest of fire season. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Hazy today, a bit smokier tomorrow, then dangerous fire weather Saturday. In Yakima, lots of sunshine with highs in the 90s, then slipping into the 80s for Saturday through Monday. In Ellensburg, wind gusts could reach 50 miles per hour on Saturday. Still windy, but just not as windy for the encore presentation on Sunday. For Hermiston, hazy sunshine today, smokier sunshine tomorrow, then concerning winds for Saturday. Finally, for Walla Walla, reduced air quality, which likely turns worse on Friday. Very dicey fire weather on Saturday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, inside the big business of Bama Rush. Brands like The Container Store and Poppy Soda partnering with sorority hopefuls.
We had over 10,000
posts from sorority recruitment last year.
Hoping to cash in like Kylan Darnell. She started posting on Bama Talk in 2022, turning it into a lucrative career.
I was able to put myself through college. I support myself completely. I've been financially on my own since my freshman year of college.
Incoming Ole Miss freshman Haley Peterson told us she can't believe she is already a brand ambassador.
I shared my video of me opening my package on TikTok, and then Pants Store then took my video and shared it on their platforms as well.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on the business of Rush Talk. With your GMA First Look, I'm Hannah Batop, ABC News, New York.
Even if your child has moderate to severe eczema, they can feel the flow, feel the breeze. And Dupixent helps them feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Dupixent is the only biologic therapy approved to treat kids as young as 6 months for noticeably clearer skin and less itch. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent. Help heal their skin from within so they can stay ahead of eczema. Find an eczema specialist and ask about Dupixent today.
Now, the morning sprint.
Welcome back. Into some national news this morning. President Donald Trump announced a major renovation for Dulles International Airport. The president said that the updates are long overdue, and the renovation will take 8 to 10 years to complete and cost more than $22 billion. The upgrades will include better parking, check-in facilities, and modernized concourses. Stocks tumbled on Wall Street after the Federal Reserve left interest rates unchanged. The Dow Jones Industrial plunged more than 1,100 points, its worst day in more than a year. Federal Reserve Chairman Kevin Warsh addressed concerns about inflation, but did not give details on plans to address inflation. In your business headlines this morning, the online betting platform Kalshi violated a court order in Nevada by letting residents place bets even though a judge ordered a stop to it. Instead of facing a court order, the company has agreed to install technology that will block Nevada users using the platform. If the app doesn't have that in place by August 12th, it will face a daily fine of $120,000. Over 500,000 personal bankruptcies were filed last year. The stigma of personal bankruptcy is now outweighed by the pressures associated with being in debt. Bankruptcy allows people to handle their debts through a court-appointed trustee with repayment plans or to get some of the debt erased. Filings have been rising since 2023, and they're still below pre-pandemic levels. Into some health headlines this morning. Medicare premiums are expected to rise next year. The Trump administration says it's ending a Biden-era program that lowered the cost of drug coverage for Americans 65 and older. The federal government in the past gave health insurers billions of dollars in subsidies to help keep prescription costs down. Once the subsidy is gone, some Medicare users will have to pay for their medication plans. Medicare recipients will see premium rise by $10 or less. Participants of a new German study recorded their total internet usage, their moods, and whether they were keeping up with other activities. The researchers found those who used the internet excessively were more stressed, had worse moods, and were more likely to neglect other aspects of their lives. The research only looked at adults. They don't know whether children will have a similar experience. For your sports news this morning, the FBI office in Los Angeles says the biggest issue they encountered during the World Cup was drones. They say that a total of 59 drones were confiscated in Los Angeles, with 700 being confiscated across the country total. The FBI says they will take safety measures for next year's Super Bowl in LA, as well as for the 2028 Summer Olympic Games. Getting into your top 5 local now, here is what you need to know. After nearly 5 years, Joshua Davis was sentenced to 41 years and 8 months for the murder of Richard Lenhart. After the sentencing, Nancy Lenhart read a statement thanking everyone from first responders to the Pasco School District. She also says she holds no ill will toward Davis's family because he is the one responsible for his actions. An update on the fatal crash that happened in Grant County. The driver of a Honda Civic was going east on Frenchman Hills Road when he entered the intersection and crashed into a semi. It was 36-year-old Martin Tran, 69-year-old Joseph Tran, 66-year-old Teresa Tran, and 39-year-old Thomas Tran, who all died at the scene. Another passenger in the car was airlifted to a Tri-Cities hospital. His current condition right now is unknown. The driver of the semi and his 3 passengers were hurt and were taken to the hospital. They are all expected to be okay. The Ransier fire in White Swan is burning now over 1,300 acres. Containment is still at 50%. All evacuation levels dropped to level 1 for the town of White Swan. However, at least 16 homes have been lost, with many other buildings being lost or damaged as well. The Yakima Nation says a central location to drop off donations for the White Swan community is at Sprung Structure. This is across from Legends Casino in Toppenish. An investigation is underway after an overnight shooting hurt 1 person and damaged several vehicles. A person reported a group of people pointed a gun at them on North 8th Street. While officers were on their way to the area, another call for help reported gunshots in the area of North 9th Street. Investigators say the group of people was confronted by another homeowner and gunshots were exchanged. The Kiona-Benton City School District is getting ready for another round of budget cuts. The school aims to get a new levy passed this November after its previous 2 failed, causing the board to vote to lower the proposed levy rate to $1.30 per $1,000 of property value. And Josh, what else do we need to know for the weather forecast today?
Yeah, as you're headed out the front door this morning, air quality not looking half bad. It is looking more than half bad downwind of the Hagen fire, especially for that little stretch of Umatilla County, but more so into Union County, down into the Grand Ronde Valley. But for the rest of us, looking good for now. I'm expecting hazy skies on that line. You see there's kind of like a diagonal from the Dalles to Sadish Pass to Sunnyside to the Hanford side to Ritzville, points to the east. That's likely where we'll see the haziest skies for today. And then it's looking a little bit more smoky as we head into tomorrow. Okay, the wind gust out there, it is, well, it's a little bit gusty, especially towards Hermiston and especially up in the Kittitas Valley in Ellensburg, where it was, I would say it's already windy out there for this morning. Current temperatures 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 58 for Sunnyside, 67 in the Tri-Cities, 59 in Pendleton. So, those temperatures not feeling all that bad. A little bit later today, it's going to be toasty, not as hot as some of the temperatures we were seeing just last week, but 80s and 90s for lower elevations. And you can see here with our forecast panels, that split between the clear skies on the western half of our viewing area, also the hazy skies on the eastern half of the viewing area. The big weather stories, high temperatures, going to be a good deal cooler into the weekend, but they'll bounce back up into the 90s for next week. Air quality looks like it's going to be worse for tomorrow as opposed to today, and that could get compounded with more fires popping up on the map for this weekend, an alert day for those very dangerous windy fire conditions on Saturday.
All right, another hazy Thursday, Josh. Yes. Well, thank you so much for watching Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.